Hey guys, I'm Rob. Welcome back to Rob's Retro Garage. If you're wondering what we're doing today, no, we're not just taking a scenic view of my backyard and my pickup truck over there. What we're going to be doing, or what I'm going to be doing, and you're going to be watching me do it and probably laughing quite a bit at me, is I'm going to build a body dolly for the Corvette. I'm ready to, well, not quite ready. I've still got to break the body mount bolts loose, but I'm ready to start the process of removing the frame or removing the body from the frame of the Corvette. I've got a little help. They're going to help me do that. I haven't decided whether I'm going to build a hoist to lift it or not, because there's not a lot of room over there with my LiftMaster garage door opener and where the car is currently, and it doesn't have any front suspension. So I can't put the tires back on it and roll it and position it any better. So I'll figure out what I'm going to do about that as we go along. But today, I'm going to build this body dolly, or at least I'm going to start it. I may not get it done by the end of the day, but we'll get it done over the course of the week. So anyway, I hope that you'll enjoy watching this, and I'll try to give you some hints, tips, and tricks. After I'm done, I'll show you everything that I'm going to be using. All the wood has already been pre-cut. I paid for it between Lowe's and Home Depot. They cut the wood for me. I'll also put up a link to the PDF blueprints that I used to build this. And one thing about the blueprints is it doesn't tell you what kind of hardware you're going to need to fasten this thing together. And it also doesn't tell you what kind of hardware you're going to need to secure the body to the body dolly. So I'll have to figure that out in a later video when we take it off the car. But for now, we're going to build the body dolly. I've got the hardware for it. All total, I'm in, I think it was about $270, $280, somewhere in that area. I bought the stuff like 3 or 4 weeks ago before I had my eye surgery, and I just don't have the receipt. But it was around $270, $280 all in for everything. So anyway, let's get going. Okay guys, so this is the blueprint that I'm using. And I've got wood over here. I'll show you what corresponds to what. So this long piece right here is that and that. So this is actually this right here. This is a top-down view. This is a side view here. So those are the two pieces that are going along the side. And then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces there that's going to help support this. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are those 4 pieces. And then you see I've got these triangular pieces. I'm not going to worry about those. They're just covers to make it look pretty. But you'll see there's a little square piece. That's a 4x4. And each one of those should be about, and see there it goes right there and right there on the side view. So those should be the corner pieces, which are those 4 right there. There's 2 on top and 2 underneath. All right. And then here on the sides, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. And these are close to being the same height, but not quite. So they're just a tiny bit off. So I'll have 2 of those on each side, 2 for this side and 2 for this side. And I'll have 1 for this side and 1 for that side, and then I'll have 1 for this side and 1 for that side. So here we go with the different wood sizes. So you can see I've got 2 here that are just a tiny bit shorter and then 2 that are longer. But all 4 of those are pretty much the same size, and then those 2. And then we've got these. These are 2 that are just a tiny bit taller. See, they're just a little bit longer. And then you've got these. So that should be all my wood. That should be everything that I need to build this. So wish me luck. So this is how I'm going to begin this. And this is one of the cross beams that I'm going to have to put wood screws in initially to hold it. I'm probably going to bolt it together later, maybe put thick wood screws in it. I don't know, but we'll see with what I've got. But what I'm intending to do is to determine how thick this is, and that's 1 3/4 inches, just a bit shy of 1 3/4 inches. And the reason that I'm doing that is I want to know how far in 1 3/4 inches is, to make sure that when I'm drilling this thing, I drill it in straight, that I'm not off at an angle, and that I'm drilling in the middle of where I want to be to hold it together, if that makes sense. So, and since this board is bowed this way, I'm gonna drill down through here into this part, so I've got the bowed part out, so it's easier to get the piece of wood in there and tie it together. So 1, make sure I was right with my measurement. 1, I'm sorry, I said 1 3/4. It's 1 1/2. It's 1 1/2 inch thick. So right here, make a mark right there, and make a mark right there, and then we'll make a mark there. And I'll take my straight edge, we'll line up 2 of those. So there we go. And then I'll do the same for the other piece. The other piece is not exactly straight either, but I can deal with it. Pen doesn't want to write. I'll have to find another pen. But so anyway, so the 2 will fit together like that. Okay guys, let's talk about the next step and a couple of little issues that I've run across, and we'll talk about all this stuff. I'll show you a little more in depth. You see I drilled an extra hole there. I had thought initially that I was gonna use bolts to bolt these things together, but I don't have a drill bit long enough to drill through that. So, you know, I kind of made an attempt, and then I thought, well, I don't really think I need that. I think it's going to be fine the way that it is. So, and this one's got 5 screws in it, and that side's got 2. I might add an extra couple of screws there just to give it a little more reinforcement, but I think that'll be fine. Anyway, this is the front of the chassis. It's going to go this way. And by the way, if you didn't notice, I built this upside down. It was just easier to reach these parts as I built it. And I'm going to take it off and obviously flip it over. But this is going to be the first body mount station. And let's see how close to level that is. That's pretty damn good right there. So that's pretty good. This is the second body mount station. That one's just a tad off, but that'll still be good. And then here's the third body mount. I mentioned previously why I added 3 screws, and that one's a little off. That one's a little crooked, but I don't think it'll be horrible. That's what it would be if it was straight. So it's maybe, what is that, an 1/8 of an inch? Maybe that's about 1/4 of an inch there. I don't know, we may have to fix that, but we'll see how the car sits on it. Now this is one of my problem spots here, and that's fairly level there. But the reason I say it's a problem spot is this is a 1x3, and this is a 2x10. So you're looking at about, what is that? 2 inches maybe. And back here, the screws are too long, or the bolts are too long. And plus you can see they're pretty wildly off there. I drilled the top one in the wrong spot, and I had to offset the bottom one to fix it. So these are, these bolts, they have 1/2 inch head. They're 5/16 shaft size, and they're 4 inches. So I'm thinking I need 2 inch, maybe a 2.5 inch, 3 at the most, to replace these 2. And then again here we've got the 3 bolts holding this, or 3 screws, excuse me, holding this on, and we've got the 2 bolts there, we've got the 2 bolts there, and we've got obviously the caster attached there. And this is the back of the car here. And again, the 3 bolts, the 3 and 2 there, and the caster holding it in. Another 1x3 here, which is what the plans call for. And you can see I've drilled the holes, but again, that's a well, actually that might be a 6-inch bolt. But anyway, it's too long, and I need to replace it with something so that they look like this. Right, so that was for body mount 4. This is for body mount 3. Now let's see how level that is. Yeah, it's just a tad off, but this driveway is curved. What about this one? There we go. And then this is for body mount 2. And that one's off. It's off toward the bottom. That's maybe an 1/8 of an inch down there, so maybe a 1/4. I'm not going to worry about that too much. And then body mount 1, that's pretty level, pretty close to it anyway. So I think that, you know, this will be good. Might add, like I said, I might add a couple more screws on this side and that side, and the same down there, and then we should be good. And the next thing that I have to do is I've got to put the cross member supports in, and the front one is supposed to start roughly right here and go, you know, go that way. So it's at the very front edge of this. And then the back one was at the front edge of this one. That doesn't give me much space to work under the car. So, I don't know, I may wind up removing those. But I do need something in the middle to support the weight, some kind of cross member to support the weight. So I'll probably put three screws in for each one. All right, guys, well, I think I'm finished. I stained it, kind of ran out of stain, so I really only did kind of about a half-ass job on it, but this thing isn't going to be together that long. A few months, maybe a year at the most. Hopefully not. I'm hoping to have this thing done by December, but anyway, I'll show you what I did down here. I found the right screws. The 3-inch ones are the right ones. The 1/2-inch head, 5/16, 3 inches. Fits just perfect for this side. And fits just perfect for here as well. You can kind of see I was running out of stain here. But that's okay. I might go buy some more. But this is good enough for my purposes. This thing's going to be sitting outside for a while. Oop, I missed that one. But it's pretty much done. I missed that one, the back of that one too. The back of this one. But yeah, it's pretty much done. I might have to raise this end just a little bit because it's not, I don't think it's quite level, but that could be because the driveway. But that side I didn't have to change, but this side I had to raise it up a little bit so it was level. So I might have to pull out those screws and add a little bit of height right there, maybe about 1 inch. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that's it. Now I just got to get somebody to help me flip it over because it's a little too heavy for me to do by myself. But I'll get somebody to come and do it. Get somebody to come and give me a hand. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And that's my build video. And we'll start busting the body mounts loose, and then I'll make another video where I'm going to build a gantry crane. I'm going to build a wooden gantry crane. I'm going to put it together with bolts so we can take it apart. But that's coming up in a future video. But getting those body mount bolts loose is probably going to be next. I don't know, I might work on the engine a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what I have time to do. But again, thanks for watching, guys, and please like and subscribe. It helps me out on the channel, not asking you for money. But the more people that like and subscribe, the more things I can do in the future. So anyway, thanks again. Y'all have a good day.